Hello and welcome to Cats and Kdrama channel. Here I will continue my review for Taxi Driver Season 2 final episode and also my final thought on this season for this drama. Before I start my review, as usual, spoiler alert. This 2 episode is the mark of the end of Season 2 Taxi Driver. And here my review on these 2 episodes. I honestly have a lot of questions in regard of Bishop in the welfare center in these 2 episodes. First, what he done to the other children in the welfare center. It was vaguely told that he assaulted, exploited, killed and kidnapped the children. But the question is why? I don't think his scheme is similar to kimeuisung. I think the scriptwriter and the director can use the drama, for example, Children of Lesser God, as a sample for this backstory, as it did has a similar background in regard of the exploitation of the orphan. Second, how did he end up in the prison? It never been explained, just pointed out that he served 2 years in prison. Third, how he managed to build this huge organization. I mean, the cut from episode 7 and 8 made more sense than the Bishop cut. Fourth, how he did manipulate Haijun aka Danwo all these years, to the point that Danwo aka Haijun loyalty towards the Bishop was unwavering. Because of these questions, I didn't feel the huge anger or hatred towards our final villain, because I don't know what he done to deserve to be the final villain. Unlike in season 1, Baek Sung-mi was extremely manipulative woman that managed to manipulate the old rich guy to get inherited all his wealth, and even treat Seo-jang and Doki while at it. And the other villain, Oh Chul-young, are even worse because he had no guilt after murdering all these innocent people. To me, compared to these 2 final villains from season 1, Bishop as the true villain wasn't presented well enough. I believe if being given a better script, Park Ho-san, who played the Bishop, maybe can deliver the Bishop character well. I honestly didn't like the editing for this final 2 episodes. First, they include this in episode 15.
이번 건 어떻게 처리할까요?
자식을 찾던 아비가 끝내 찾지 못하고 투신 자살했다면 그건 뭐라고 적어야 돼요?
Because of this scene, it was easy for me to conclude that Haijun killed his own father. It was better for me to cut this part and only include during the next flashback to give us the shock value. If they wanted to put a clue, it should be done in earlier episode, not at this 2 final episodes. Second, this scene. This scene was used for 3 times. First, the original timeline. Second, the flashback to Haijun. And third, when Doki been sent to the confinement cell. I mean, how many times we need to watch the similar setting? Just combine all the flashback for the scene together and not to cut it into 2 parts for the flashback. Third, the timeline was really messed up. Why? Because it was shown that Seo-jang went to the mansion first. Even shown the time either on dawn or dusk. Next, Doki and the others went to the prison transport bus. But I still doesn't know for what. Jiyeon did mention that they were getting out together, but why they need to take the bus? Were they released on bail? Funny that they never explain it. Next, it happened at 5 a.m., presumably on the same day with the bus incident. And Goon being kidnapped also already happened, according to Haijun. Next, the scene changed to Seo-jang and Bishop, to Haijun and Doki, where it revealed that Rainbow Team dubbed them all, which happened at 1 p.m. My question is, first, is it really took Seo-jang almost 2 days to wake up from being unconscious? That didn't seem right to me. Personally, if it was real, Seo-jang really need an immediate medical help if he didn't wake more than 24 hours. Second, the timeline mess up was, it seemed that 3 siblings plus C1 got taken on the day before, during the time that they took the bus. The question is, where were they during this missing 24 hours timeline? This makes me really confused with the timeline when the kidnap will actually happen. For this scene, Doki recite back all the cases that happened on this season, but why they excluded the sister case? Personally, I think that the staff seemed to be in rush to edit these 2 episodes due to, I guess, the deadline and also last minute at the duration time. I just currently realized that this is the director debut piece, which make me question Studio S, like why give one of your most popular drama series to a newbie instead of give to prominent director like the director in season 1. It also makes sense why the editing was indeed out of place sometimes, like I said in my previous review.
옵니다. 앞으로 사고 나면은 괜찮아도 병원부터 가. 그치 그치. 감사합니다.
This part I didn't really understand. I mean, Hajun just intended to kill all 5 of them just less than 48 hours before. Yet his precious memory was with them. I think if you want to redeem his character a bit, you could just simply give his last memory differently. In my opinion, it is better if Hajun's final memory is he got his lost memory as Kim Dan-woo and he get to see his father and ask for forgiveness. Hajun aka Dan-woo and his father could have emotional talk to each other during this scene. This make Doki word to Hajun before about memory and also family bond will end up relate to Hajun. It will be more impactful and for Hajun rather than simply a memory with the Rainbow team member. Okay, this is all my thought about episode 15 and 16. Now it's time for me to talk about what I think of this season of the Essay Driver. Firstly, I want to talk about the character either change or development from season 1 to season 2. I felt that Doki in this season was unrealistically strong. Why did I say this? Okay, in episode 2, he could easily beat a guy twice his size. And in episode 15, he beat all the prisoners, which from what I see was no less than 30 people. And some of the prisoners even had a weapon. Compared to season 1, Doki got beaten at some point, but managed to make a comeback, not only use his strength, but his brain too. Plus the number of people that he need to fight in season 1 is around 10 people, which made sense. Plus in certain times, he did have a weapon by himself. Now, especially in episode 15, the number of people was 3 times from that and he didn't even fall back. Sure, Doki is indeed good at fighting. He isn't a Captain America or something that had a superhuman ability. To me, what I see is that both director and scriptwriter did straight away interpret Doki as superhero and not a normal guy with a good fighting skill, which what Doki character was. And the awkward part is I saw Doki action scenes more in season 1 than season 2. Yet the number of people he fought in season 1 almost the same amount of people he fought in the prison. Second, the thing that ticked me off was Doki become pretty slow-witted in this season. Even though he thought that their enemy was nearby in episode 7, yet he never suspicious of Hajun, whom carried a bunch of red flags. Not only that, he did not worry of the Black Sun Chief when the chief offered Doki the drink. Like, come on, Doki in season 1 will not make this silly mistake. Third, I feel bummer that they only talk about Doki trauma in episode 3 and not actually bring it up again up until episode 16, which only been used by the bishop as a weapon. Doki trauma was his struggle that he need to overcome since season 1. However, here, they just use Doki trauma as a weapon for the villain instead of giving us the process of Doki to overcome his trauma. For me, Doki overcome his trauma will be more impactful for his character development rather than his dreaming scenes. Why? At the earlier episode and also in the season 1, already confirmed and showed to us Doki love and attached towards the Rainbow team member, and we didn't need to confirm it again. And my thought and opinion is the only good Doki character development in this season was he become a bit more happier and smile a lot in this season. I love that in this season, Seo-jang involved directly with the Rainbow team member. However, I really miss Bluebird Foundation where he met with the victims. I don't understand why this season we got less Bluebird Foundation role. I mean, the Bluebird Foundation is referring to Real Korean Victim Support Association. We need to see how this organization help to support the victim in order for more people to support this real organization. I thought that we will get badass Goon in this season, but I felt quite disappointed. In last season, Goon had more roles in this drama. First because of her sister case. Second, her and Doki relationship, which I will talk more later. But here in season 2, she only took additional role or stay in the convent. When Pyoyejin told that Goon will work more outside the convent, I felt really excited, but end up disappointed. I really hope that Goon could do undercover like Doki or at least like what Jiyoon did. I mean, she seems to be good at martial art as per shown in episode 8. This will give her more advantage and she could be like the female version of Doki instead. Like I said in my previous review, I do hope that Goon was the one who did the undercover for the Black Sun case or even the cult case since she could relate to the sister. Overall, Goon's character in season 2 was pretty stale compared to season 1 since she didn't have her own arc in this season nor did she got important setup aside from being Doki bride. I like that they got a lot of screen time in this season. However, sometimes their screen time only for comedic relief to the point that even when discuss a serious issue, both were playful to the point that I think it was kind of disrespectful. For example, like during the time that they were dealing with Soyun and also during their discussion on the Black Sun case. I mean, dear scriptwriter and director, don't treat them as comedic relief only. I mean, on this scene, Loki literally knew the chemical name for the painkiller. You could actually give the line to Jiun instead, whom the rocket scientist. Why give that line to Doki? This is also the same with the TNT. I want to take example from season 1. It was Jiun who told Doki and the others about the hydrochloric acid, which makes sense for his character. Since both of the engineers were pretty smart, why not show their knowledgeable side too, and not only their silly side? If you've been followed my video, you guys probably knew that I shipped these two since season 1. My opinion on this ship in season 2. Well, first I want to apologize to Dawn shipper because I kept giving you guys hopes that our ship will sail at the end. Actually, I realized that leejehoon did hinted that Dawn's ship will not sail in this season as per this interview. Lee Jae-hoon did openly wanted Dawn to sail in that video and also a lot of other interview with him. Unfortunately, it didn't came true for this season. Even though I could understand why since they already had planned for season 3. As what I kept on stressing on towards this season review, I don't want their relationship or their lovey-dovey moment to overshadow the drama premise despite how much I ship them. For Dawn moment compared to season 1, this season their relationship to me mostly seems to be just for fan service. There were literally not many moments that make me feel like they're really meant for each other or even got that butterfly feeling when I saw both of them. Actually, in this season, the ownership was pretty stale to the point that some fans even worried when they saw Moon Chae-woon and Doki scenes at episode 16. For me, it wasn't a threat to Doon, since if Moon Chae-woon was Doki X, the title itself X. Then she also wasn't there for Doki while Doki faced his own grief and trauma. But our Goon was there, so it's easy to pick whom better for Doki. However, for season 3, since Goon already moved in at the apartment below Doki, and she already confessed her feeling to Doki, I wish they will have similar moment as per season 1 and not just there for fan service. I love all the case that they covered in season 2. However, I didn't like that they seems to drag some cases like the Throat Singer case and also the Black Sun case. In season 1, the case arc weren't took that long as they added the main plot with Kang Hana and Baek Sung Mi. It even gave a sneak peek into the Bluebird Foundation and what they did and other plot aside from the Dulak Taxi case only. I mean, in season 2, our main villain Hajun only been officially introduced as main villain at episode 8 and the Bishop been introduced at episode 14. They are lacking on the backstory with Hajun Bishop and the relationship between both of them. I mean, why the director and scriptwriter introduced Hajun and Bishop little by little in each episode so that we could learn more about Hajun and the Bishop and not at the final episode, which seems again to be extremely rushed. Okay, that's all my review for Taxi Driver Season 2. As Season 3 was planned, first and foremost, I hope that they recast the Season 1 director instead, since he was extremely good at doing emotional scene and he also liked to include a real life case or epilogue in each episode, which the Season 2 director lacked. Script writing, on the other hand, please revise Loki character and not make him like superhuman character and make him a relatable character instead. Aside from that, please give other character chance to shine, as the Rainbow Team is a teamwork, not a one-man show. I knew that the rating for this season is higher, but in my opinion, this is due to the fact that the revenge drama is on trending and not technically because of the quality of this drama. Plus, Taxi Driver premise already has solid and good footing. That's all I want to talk for this Taxi Driver Season 2. And please like, subscribe and comment to help me to grow my channel so that I can continue with Season 3. That's all for me. See you guys in